Boris Johnson needs to pull the plug on trade deal negotiations with the EU after the latest round of talks ended in stalemate, a think tank boss has said, adding, "The EU has had its chance." Robert Olds was speaking days after both UK negotiator David Frost and EU opposite number Michel Barnier admitted an agreement was no closer to being struck, with Mr. Barnier once again remarking, "The clock is ticking." However, Robert Olds, Director General of the Bruges Group, believes any further efforts are futile, and that Britain should now devote its collective energy to leaving on December 31 with no deal in place. He told Express, "With what the EU is demanding, the price is just too high. The European Union is not being reasonable and we need to walk away and reject their demands, and Boris Johnson needs to do that. Britain is now an independent country and we do not have to do what they demand of us any longer." Mr. Olds, who was also speaking in the wake of an Express online poll indicating a huge majority in favour of walking away, said the UK could not afford to let any of its rules, regulations, tax policies, competition policies or environmental policies to be dictated by Brussels. He said, "We should make those decisions ourselves. Brexit is about democracy and being open to the rest of the world. The European Union has had their chance, we now need to walk away, and if they want to call us, fine, we can pick up the phone and talk. But it is over now and we need to reject what they are demanding." He also pointed to the efforts of International Trade Secretary Liz Truss to line up deals with countries around the world as an example of the UK's outward-looking philosophy. Mr. Olds said, "Of course, trade will continue with the European Union. There is a whole host of international agreements, the WTO, the World Customs Organization, so trade will still go on terms which are far better. The European Union is actually denying us this because of their intransigence really and their inability to realize that countries outside the EU do not have to do what they want. There are opportunities overseas and that is what Brexit is all about."